Hi friends, welcome back to this platform. My name is Marjorie Nantambi, and on this platform we have personal growth and personal finances. For those that are joining us for the very first time, we are discussing beyond success, and in case you've not watched the previous videos, kindly watch them first. I'll link them in the description, or I'll put it somewhere on the screen such that you watch the previous topics before you get onto the fourth topic. We had attitude, we discussed personal growth, we discussed priorities, and today we are talking about relationships. Yes, relationships. We all love to relate. We all love people. We love to hang around people. We love having a good time with people. So let us discuss today how to deal with people. Relationships. Topic number 4. John Maxwell here says that the quality of your relationships determines the quality of your life. Wow. The quality of your relationships determines the quality of your life. You know that Luganda saying of mbulira goita naye kubulira empisa zo. So that means it's important the people that you hang around, because they determine the kind of life that you are going to live. Yeah, and you also know that saying that you are the average of the 5 people that you hang around with. I hope you've heard about that before. So it is important, what kind of people are we keeping in our circles? What kind of people are in our space? And there is also that English proverb of birds of a feather flock together. Is it birds of the same feather flock together? Yes, that is all relationships, and that is what we are discussing today. John Maxwell here says that all things being equal, people will work with people they like, and all things not being equal, they still will. Yes, all of us want to work with people we like, and it cuts across every single time. Even when we are doing business, for example, you go to town, you want to buy maybe a dress, or you want to buy a shoe, or whatever it is that you want to buy, even if it's just groceries for your home, usually there are very many people that be selling the same things, but somehow you buy from someone you've connected with. Not like connected, you want to be friends with them or something, but someone who is nicer. Maybe they were smiling, maybe it's the way they dressed, maybe it's the way they sold their things. Somehow we connect with people, so we definitely need people. He says here that most of life's greatest experiences, the ones that resonate in our hearts and minds, involve other people. That is very true. Rarely do we experience them alone. And even when we do, our first inclination is to share them with others. Now just think back to your most exciting experiences. It could be exciting in a way, maybe you got your first job, you were home for a long time, then they called you for this interview, then you excelled and they told you you were hired. What did you do first? I'm sure you got that phone and called either your best friend, your mom, your spouse, if you're married, someone. You called someone because usually you want to celebrate the good news with someone out there. Anything that you've gone through before, I'm sure you have shared that information with someone. And he also says sometimes you go through these things with people, or if we are not with them, still, like I've said, you'll give them a call. But guess what? Even when we go through the worst of situations, maybe you are moving around, maybe from work, and then they snatch your phone. The first thing you'll do is to look for a nearby phone to call either your spouse, your best friend, to tell them that they have stolen your phone, or maybe you've gotten an accident or something. So that is us. That is human nature. We always want to be with people. We always want to experience things with people, and that is both the happiness and the sadness. Yes, we also want to share our sadness with someone out there, and that is what we are talking about today. He says that a few things in life are more important than people, and our relationships with them. The quality of our relationships impacts every area of our life. For that reason, we should do everything we can to create solid, positive relationships. Yeah. So it is not only positive, but they need to be solid. Like you work on having solid and positive relationships. It's not just about having people around you, having thousands of people around you, but these friends of yours have to be positive, because like I said, you're the average of the people that you hang around with. Okay, so that's why he's saying the relationship has to be solid and positive. And then one of the things that he talks about that is very crucial when we are dealing with people and building solid and positive relationships is trust. He says that trust is the foundation of every relationship. Developing trust is like creating a foundation of a building. It takes time and effort, but if it's done right, the building that stands on it is solid, and it can weather storms and earthquakes. That is very true. Usually we are looking for someone that we can trust. Oh, I'm looking for someone I can trust, someone trustworthy. But ask yourself, are you trustworthy? Yeah, before you look for someone who is trustworthy, are you personally trustworthy? Or you're the person when your friend comes and maybe they're breaking down, they've gone through a very tough situation and they're sharing it with you, you're the very first person who calls your other friends to let them know what this friend is going through. Yeah, so before we look around for people who are trustworthy, let it begin with us. Let us be trustworthy. It will help us build a solid relationship, and it cuts across. It could be a relationship in business. You know that very many businesses have collapsed when you have partners working together and then they get issues of trust, especially when money is involved. Yeah, so everything works on trust. Even in marriages, imagine you dating and then getting married to this person that you don't trust. Have you ever seen a married couple where maybe the man has to hide his money somehow, or the lady has to hide her money somehow? Why? Because they don't trust each other. Yeah. So trust is a very important thing for us when we are building solid relationships. And then he says every person either lifts others up or takes them down. People are the sources of our greatest strength, our greatest joys, and our greatest challenges. That is very true. Because when you think about your happiest moments, they are with people. Yeah? Maybe you traveled somewhere and it was exciting, or you watched a very nice movie, or you achieved something, it was with people. And even the challenges we go through, they're caused by people. Some of these heartbreaks are caused by people. Maybe you trusted your friend, you partnered with them, you started a business, and then somehow you fell out. Yeah, and that puts you really, really down. Still someone was involved. Or maybe the example I gave, maybe they snatched your phone or laptop bag or whatever it is. Still someone did that to you. So we cannot do away with people in all circumstances, the joyful moments and also the challenges that we go through. But he says that it's important to lift others up. Let us be, the world is cruel out there. With all that is going on, people are struggling with very many things. Let us be the people that choose to lift someone up. And it doesn't take much, by the way, to lift someone up. It doesn't even take money. Someone may think, I need to give people money to lift. No, just you encouraging your friend. Maybe when your friend comes to you, Marjorie, this business I want to start, but I'm really stuck. Where can I start? I don't even know if I'm worthy. I don't know if I'll get customers. I don't know if I'll make it happen. And then you just tell them, you know what, just do it. Go ahead and do it. I know you have the potential. Just words of encouragement. You're already lifting someone up. People have enough trouble, so do not be one of that they have to go through. So that is why it is important, like it says, the elevator principle, that you can either lift people up or take them down in our relationships. And this also reminds me about parents. If you're a parent and you're watching this, what words are you using with your child? Because those words will stick with a child through it all. So let us be people that lift others up. Everyone has potential, so let us be the people that see the potential in them. Some of the people that you see struggling in their workplaces, maybe due to low self-esteem, it did just happen. Maybe it has been a series of the words that they told them when they were growing up, when they were young. Maybe they were struggling in class, which is okay, because who said everyone has to be an A student? Yeah, it is not supposed to be that way. We have different strengths, different abilities. So imagine they used to get comments, you're stupid, you can't make it, you're a failure, and all those things. And maybe they struggled their way out of school and now they have landed a job or they are running a business. Still, those words will hurt their self-esteem, because even when they can do something at the back of their mind will remind them, you are not good enough, you are stupid, you are a failure. And that will always ring a bell and create the results, the negative results that they will get. So at every opportune time that you get, make sure you are the person who is lifting someone up somewhere. And then to add on that, he says that believing the best in people usually brings out the best in people. Each of us has a choice in life. We can see the worst in people. Yeah, you can choose to see the worst in people and base our treatment on them, the low expectations, or you can choose to see the best in them and treat them accordingly. Because imagine, for example, if we use an example of a workplace, maybe you're a supervisor and there are people under your docket that you need to supervise, but there is this particular person that you feel you're struggling with. They're the ones that send in their reports late, they're the ones that don't get the assignment, they're the ones that don't know what to do and all those things. And instead of maybe encouraging them or finding out what they can do best, all you do is put them down. All you do is discourage them. What that will do to them, that instead of lifting them up, it will just keep putting them down. But like he has told us that everyone has a strength within them. Everyone has something they are good at. We are all not good at the same thing. Someone can be good at maybe marketing, another one is good at maybe finances, another one is good at management, different things. So it is also important, by the way, as a business owner or as a boss, if you are watching this, to know the strength of your people. Because imagine getting someone who is good at sales, like they love sales, they're passionate about talking to clients and getting that sale, making that sale, and then you put them behind the computer to deal with numbers and financial statements, balance sheet, all those things. They will fail, like they will struggle. And then imagine getting someone who is maybe an introvert, they prefer working with numbers. When you ask for an income statement, in like 2 minutes, they can send you an income statement for like the entire year. Then you get them out of that and put them into sales or marketing where they have to speak to people. They will struggle. So it is important to know what the strengths of the people we are hiring are. And even you as an individual, before you go out looking for a job, you need to know what are you good at. And also, you can use that example when it comes to parenting as well. All children have different strengths. So it is important for us to not discriminate one child because they're not good at what maybe the sibling is good at. Also, when it comes to marriage, know what your partner is good at. No one is perfect 100%, no. But you need to learn your partner, know, okay, if it comes to this, my person is perfect. If it comes to this, they are struggling, but that is something that we can work around or that we can help them with. So it is important to always see the best in people and try to encourage them in all that we do. Like we said, people struggle. So let us be the people that always encourage others. But he also notes that everyone gets disappointed. We have all been heartbroken before. We have all been disappointed at one point in life. Maybe you started this business with your best friend, you put all your money together, and then eventually maybe they decided to go away with the money. And you were really heartbroken. Or maybe it was a relationship, you were dating this person, you had given them all your life. We hear those statements, oh, I gave him my life, I gave him everything, I gave her everything, I did everything for her, but she still left me. So what he is saying that is we have been heartbroken before. Our trust has been misused before, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't trust people ever again. We know that there are some people who are still struggling with trust. Why? Because they've been heartbroken before. Maybe they gave someone 100% trust and the other person misused it and they're still in that area. But what I need to encourage you is we have all been heartbroken before, in business, in relationships, in life, whatever it is. But we need to learn to trust again, because even when you've experienced bad people or bad experiences with people, they are good people. Yeah? And that can only happen when you open up and try to trust again as much as you can. So some of the benefits of building strong relationships, like we said, creating solid and positive relationships. Number one is you live at peace with others. That is true. And then you develop a strong network of people who want the best for you. Usually when you want the best for people, they'll also want to do the same for you. Imagine if you're the person who's always helping people at your office or at your workplace and things like that. The day you need help, everyone will be like, what can I help you with? Oh, where do you need help? And things like that. I'm sure you have experienced that. But also, if you don't get the help that you've been giving, if you don't get the same love that you've been giving, do not be surprised. Those are people that you are dealing with, yeah? So do not expect it 100%. If you get it, that is awesome. If you don't, still, that is it. Like, keep going. That doesn't mean that you should be a bad person. Do your part. Be the good person. If you don't get it in return, just remind yourself that you're dealing with people. But usually, you have a network of people that also wish the best for you. Number three, the third benefit here is you experience the satisfaction of meeting the needs of others. Imagine this person that you encouraged when they wanted to start their business comes back after some time and is like, you know what, my business is thriving, I've made this much sales, I've made this much profit, I have this many customers, and it is all thanks to you. You know how that means to you? This person will not give you money, but just knowing that, oh wow, so in my entire life, I've at least helped one person to go after their dream. One person to complete that course that they've been struggling with, maybe at school. They're like, you know what, I graduated because you gave me that word of encouragement. That feels amazing, right? So let us be the people that encourage others and not expect anything in return, by the way. Do not say, okay, now that you've made the profit, where is my cut? Do all this, the good work, encourage people without expecting anything in return. By the way, you're sowing a seed for your own self as well. And then another benefit here is you experience the harmony of being treated as well as you treat others, like I mentioned. Then the fifth benefit, you are more likely to receive support from others when you need it. Some of the steps to follow when you want to build, to create solid and positive relationships. Number one, it says, put others first. Usually we want to put people in their place, but let us be people who are willing to listen. Usually when you find people that are having arguments or challenges in relationships, in marriages, it is because no one is willing to listen. Like everyone thinks, no, I'm right. The other thinks, no, I'm right. So you have to listen to me. No, you have to listen to me. Things like that. That has never solved a problem. And it's the same thing with business. If you're having misunderstandings with your business partner, one of you has to be willing to listen to the other. So let us practice empathy. Put yourself in this person's shoes before you put them down. Because sometimes you go through a situation, someone does something to you, and you tell yourself, I'll put her in her place, or I'll put him in his place. No, instead of putting them in their place, put yourself in their place. Seek to understand others. That is the second one. Seek to understand others before being understood. Usually we want to be understood. You're not understanding me. You don't get what I'm trying to say. But before you say, or before you seek to be understood, try as much as possible to understand the other person. And then lastly, repair a broken relationship. I know that usually when we have challenges in our workplaces, with our spouses, with our parents, everyone has this ego. And by the way, this ego thing is not only for the men. Even women have an ego, yeah? But sometimes maybe they suppress it a little bit. So even if you are a man listening to this, yes, you have an ego, but if you need to mend this relationship, or if you need this relationship to work, you need to suppress that ego at a certain point. Seek to repair that relationship. And also repairing a relationship doesn't mean you're the one in wrong. Sometimes you're not. But when you forgive someone, you've actually lifted a heavy burden from yourself. When you forgive someone, you're not helping them. No, you are helping yourself. Because imagine moving around with this burden and like you're all filled with anger and hatred and all those things. When you forgive, you let everything, you let that burden off yourself. So it is important to repair a broken relationship. Be the first person who breaks that silence. That, you know what, okay, this happened, but I'm sorry. If you did something, yes, apologize for your part of contribution to whatever happened. If you feel you didn't do anything wrong, still do what you're supposed to do to mend the relationship. So that is relationships. So you can rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 where you are when it comes to building solid and positive relationships. And you can go back and also rate yourself when it comes to attitude. How is it going so far? Personal growth, how is it going? Priorities, have you started writing your priorities down? Even the relationships that we have just looked at. And make sure you subscribe, because we shall have the next video posted tomorrow and you don't want to miss it. So make sure the bell button is switched on such that you are notified immediately we post that video. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe. Love you. Bye.